Bellatora is a premium brand with a premium quality attached to it. I highly recommend it.
And here we go.
Hey old people, how you doing? So, we were going to do a Barcelona career mode, but then, shit happened and now we're doing a Manchester United career mode. With a bit of a twist. But of course, you can see Zinedine Zidane, brilliant man. That is the man who I wanted to come in to replace Solskjaer. Hopefully it happens. If it's not happened already while I'm filming this, it has not happened yet. But if it has, I am probably ecstatic. But, yeah. We're gonna kick off a Manchester United career mode. I don't think it'll be a very long career mode, 2 episodes at most. But we're gonna play this career mode, we're gonna enjoy this career mode, and we're gonna restore a United fan's hope and belief in his own team. Because right now, I don't have any. Unless we've signed Zidane in real life. Then I do. But if not, then consider me like just completely hopeless. Anyway, let's have a look at the calendar. So, what I did was I simulated everything and tried to get the results as accurate as possible to what has happened in real life. So, Man United in real life had a great preseason. Check it out, we had a great preseason. Started off with an absolute drubbing of Leeds United in real life. 1-2-0. We drew with Southampton. We beat Wolves. There we go. Moving on to the month of September. Beat Newcastle United. There we go. Okay, so obviously Champions League, we these games are not. It was supposed to be young boys, but in real life we did end up beating the likes of Villarreal and Atalanta. So I did win those games. We did beat West Ham. We did lose to West Ham in the Carabao Cup, but we got Chelsea, so we lost to Chelsea, and then we did lose to Aston Villa. We did draw with Everton. We lost horribly to damn near Leicester. There we go. We lost 4-2 to Young Boys, and then we did get slapped up 5-0 in real life, but we could only manage to lose 2-1. So even when I'm simulating games, to try and lose these games, I subbed in terrible players so that I would purposely lose the games. And even with the subbed in terrible players, we still only managed to lose 2-1. And now our first game will be against the likes of Tottenham Hotspur as Zinedine Zidane. So before we hop into the game, because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has no tactics whatsoever, I'm going to be explaining my tactics to you. So I'm going to be using 2 formations. It'll always be a mix. I'm not too sure exactly, but firstly, the 4-3-3 formation, Zidane uses perfectly at Real Madrid when the likes of BBC were flying high. That's right, Bale, Benzema, and Cristiano Ronaldo. Nothing else there. There was nothing else intended there. But as you can see here, we have converted the likes of Marcus Rashford into a left wing. We've converted the likes of Bruno Fernandes into a central midfielder. It's small things. So we've done things like that. We've put Sancho on the wing. We're starting a £75 million player. What? Don't ask me. I'm just going with what should actually happen in real life, but it doesn't. Of course, that is our bench, so nothing too important there. Tactics wise, so we're going to press after the loss of possession because we are going to maintain the ball. We're not going to play mindless, over the top, lobbed passes all the time because we're brainless and don't have a fucking idea of how to break down a team. We know how to break down a team. We've got the likes of Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, Matic can fucking open a team up like a can of worms. We've got that. So that's what we're going to do. When we lose the ball, which won't be very often, believe me, we're going to press the shit out of them. We're adopting the Liverpool tactics that were used to absolutely clot Manchester United the other day. So for width, 40%, it's fine. Keep it decent to regular size space when you're defending, and then you expand when you are attacking. And then depth, we're going to be parking up there in the field because we've got the likes of Varane, Wan-Bissaka, and Luke Shaw, who have all got recovery pace. Harry Maguire's the only problem there. When we play the likes of Harry Maguire and Lindelof together, we will then drop this so that they have to sit deeper. But even then, I probably won't be playing those two together ever. It'll be either a Bailly and a Maguire or a Bailly and a Lindelof. Harry Maguire and Lindelof actually will never play together. ever. That's the same goes for McFred. That name is dead. It's done. Fred and McTominay will not ever play together. Offensively, build-up play, we're going to have it on balanced. Don't want to have too much possession because we do want to spring the counter-attacks from time to time. And if you have it on possession, it's not really going to work out. So we're going to have it on balance, and we're going to have the forwards making runs. The likes of Ronaldo, Sancho, and damn near Marcus Rashford are going to be making runs in behind, and we're going to be clarting the balls like Liverpool did to Manchester United from the winging areas. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka, believe it or not, he's going to improve his crossing, because as a manager, there we go, I'm going to improve my players. And as for the instructions, I've got Rashford and Sancho on the same instructions. Both have come back on defense so that they can help with the build-up play into progressing, you know. So if the midfield needs help, which I seriously doubt that they would, but if they do need help, I have wingers there to help me. And of course, they're going to both cut inside, both get in behind. That's the most important thing. And now, the very important thing, Ronaldo. He is going to stay central. He is not going to go fucking play as a left wing when I have a Marcus Rashford or a Jadon Sancho there. He's going to stay in the middle, and he's going to make runs in behind. Because why? He's got good bursts of pace. So keep that, use that, we'll aim that towards the goal. The man will score 50 goals. The likes of Bruno Fernandes and Paul Pogba both have them on edge of the box type things, because you know what? They have got great long shots. Really? Wow. And as well as for Bruno Fernandes, I've got him to get wide, so therefore he'll be able to whip in balls into the box. And for the only DM that we have in the team, because we only have one DM, and that's Nemanja Matic. He's got cut passing lanes, stay back, and just protect Varane and Maguire when needed. But that's his job. Don't get forward, don't just stay. Protect. That's all you gotta do. For the likes of Luke Shaw and damn near Aaron Wan-Bissaka, it's just join the attack. Underlap, overlap, any way you want. Join the attack when required. And that's that. And for David De Gea, we're gonna have come for crosses and super keeper. I may not have set that already. There we go, I've set it already. So that's the tactics. That's the tactic 1. Done. Was it that hard? I don't think so. Will the players learn to adapt to the new formation? Of course. 100%. Why can't they? They're world-class players. And now for the second set of tactics, second formation, is the 4-1-2-1-2, where we play both Cavani and Ronaldo. What? They can't play in the same team. Hey, and in case you didn't see it, but we have a Donny van de Beek in the team. What? No ways. That is ungodly amazing. I know. It takes a small little YouTuber to put that into action. More or less same type of tactics. We're going to press after we lose possession, because it's very important. We're staying a little bit wider because we don't have wingers, and we have that midfield diamond, so it's okay to expand that diamond in the midfield. I think that diamond is going to be very important when we do use this, because we'll win multiple midfield battles just with that diamond. Depth again, 80. They're going to stay high. Why? Because we have fast fucking centre backs. We have fast fucking wing backs. We are... Oh, let me not get into it, people. Let me not get into it. And then again, forward runs, get into the box, all that good stuff. But we have got multiple players getting into the box. So you'll see the likes of Luke Shaw in this formation getting into the box. Why? Extra attacking play. Extra attacking quality. Luke Shaw's got a great shot on him. Aaron Wan-Bissaka as well. Great shot. Very much a Liverpool thing to do. Have either an Alexander-Arnold or a damn near Robertson at the back post. How many times have you seen them score? Little tap-ins, because they've made that extra run. That's what we're going to be doing. Insulting to say that we're stealing Liverpool tactics, but they are fucking good tactics. As for the instructions, now this is where Ronaldo is allowed to drift wide, because why? We've got a fucking target man in Edison Cavani. So Cavani's going to stay central. He's going to be the target man. Ronaldo's going to feed off of him, get in behind, but also drift wide. Provide some depth, provide some coverage on the wings that we actually don't have, but Ronaldo's going to do it for us. The likes of Bruno Fernandes, Pogba, and Van de Beek more or less have the same instructions. Van de Beek does have the instruction to get forward though, whereas Pogba's going to be more of a deep-lying playmaker who can spring the 40-yard pass or ping an Aaron Wan-Bissaka who's running free down the right-hand side, something like that. But it will happen. And then, of course, both wing-backs told to join the attack, get forward, because they need to provide width down the flanks. Not too difficult, and both of them will be good crosses of the ball. If you're not Aaron Wan-Bissaka, especially you're going to be at the team because Zidane doesn't give a fuck. If you're not good enough, you're not good enough. No favorites. Boom. No favorites. McTominay and Fred, if you're not performing, you don't play. Maguire, if you don't perform, you get in the bin. If you're injured, I'm not just going to rush you back into the team. I'm going to coach you slowly back into the team so that you're match sharp and you don't fall asleep on the ball and concede a stupid goal to Leicester City. Or 4 of them, actually. And then, of course, David De Gea is the undisputed number 1 in the team. Dean Henderson will be either going out on loan or he will be sold in January. Straight. The likes of Jesse Lingard will also be sold. The likes of Anthony Martial, if he does not perform, he's getting sold. The depth that Manchester United have is too much and it's causing many, many unnecessary problems. So that is how we're going to fix it. Believe it or not. We are going to fix these problems. We are fixing Manchester United, people. That is what we're doing. Fixing them. It's not even a big fix. But it takes a competent manager to fix it. So before we hop into our Tottenham game, of course, the plan for the season is to get top 4 and win the Champions League. That is the plan. If we end up winning the league and the Champions League, well, we're only going to be doing this for 1 season. But the goal is top 4 and win the Champions League. Zidane is very capable of doing it. He's done it at Real Madrid, and in my personal opinion, this team is of the same quality and level as the former Real Madrid teams that he coached and won the Champions League with 3 times, by the way. This team that's right here, without a DM, which we will be buying in January, but this team right here, right now, can win the Champions League. This team right here, right now, has got 14 points from 9 games. We are on the money with the points total. I think 8 points off of first place. If we catch first place, fair play. But if we don't, there's next season. But one thing I can guarantee you, we're not going to get slapped up 5-0. We're going to absolutely wreck teams because that's how good this team is. We're unlocking the trophy cabinet right now. We're going to take everything because that's what this team should do. And that's what Zidane's going to make it do.
Our first game is against Tottenham. It is an away game and we have made a few changes to the lineup. Of course, Lindelof and Telles coming in because Shaw and Maguire are not in good form and they need some time to regain that and come back. Secondly, we made a big call in terms of the captain. Bruno Fernandes is now going to be the captain of Manchester United. Done deal. Jadon Sancho scores his first goal. Hallelujah, happy days. You dare to dream while I dare to take you on, Tottenham. There we go. People, the ball movements of this team was magnificent. The players were passing it with purpose. Movement off the ball was brilliant. Attacking football was everything that we wanted. Unfortunately though, our defense was still a bit shaky, but in time we will gain the support and the structure that we need in terms of the defense. But I really did enjoy the ball movement of this team, and I'm loving Ronaldo's positioning. Ronaldo's positioning was everything in this game. He took up the position of the striker, the number 9, not a wide forward. And of course, Zidane gets off to a great start. The Manchester derby. Pep versus Zidane. Battle of the Bald Eagles. Battle of the Foreheads. You can't say much. You just got to enjoy it. Battle of masterclass tacticians at this point. I must say, loving Ronaldo's contributions towards the team, loving the fact that we are aiming him in front of the goal instead of misusing him. And we are still making sloppy defensive errors. Ilkay Gundogan's goal for Man City, who opened the scoring for them, it was not a great goal, it was just a defensive error. But at halftime, we were absolutely rampant in the stats department. Obviously, Pep's side always dominate possession, but we were rampant as hell in all the other stats. I loved every moment of it, and we were doing fairly well. And then we conceded a very sloppy goal at the back post. Cancelo with a great goal, brilliant goal. And it was looking quite daunting, quite dooming. And Donny van de Beek, though, he came up with a big-time goal, endearing himself to the fans of Manchester at Old Trafford. Great goal to score, great game to win, 3-2 thriller, and another 3 points. First Champions League game now with Zidane, and of course, people, we're starting the likes of Mason Greenwood down the middle, alongside Rashford and Jadon Sancho. Very exciting tridents up top. And of course, we start Harry Maguire. He gets his first game under the new boss. Obviously, this game doesn't mean as much as the Premier League game, so we can afford to, slowly bring him back into it. And I must say, Greenwood as a striker is looking very promising. Great goal. I loved his goal. His goal oozed world-class talents. Future Ballon d'Or winner. That's what it oozed. And on the other side of things, we didn't do very well. We ended up drawing. We ended up conceding a very sloppy goal. Very silly game to draw, if you ask me. Massive game against Chelsea, people. And let me just say, we have gone ahead and started our best possible team on paper. I feel more confidence in the likes of Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire coming back into the team. So this is our best team that we can field. And everything went perfectly. The pressure. Chelsea could not cope with the quality and the class that Manchester United essentially have. They could not cope with it. Bruno and Sancho linking up was beautiful for goal number 2. The Bruno Pogba goal for number 3 was insane. And of course, Aaron Wan-Bissaka getting forward and crossing the ball into Ronaldo for goal number 4. And a rampant display at Chelsea. Very big game at Old Trafford against the likes of Arsenal. People, we did rotate our team a fair amount, likes of Cavani, Van der Beek, and so on coming into it. And like I said before, we will be rotating the team efficiently, that everybody gets a game and everybody stays in match form. Cavani doing some wonders in front of goal. Great stuff there. People, we hit Arsenal for 6 goals in this game. Absolute destruction. All ends up. The second half display that we showed is something to be very, very proud of. And the young generational talent in Mason Greenwood stuns Arsenal's fans. Furthermore, with a cracking goal. And Zidane's first game against Mikel Arteta's ends in a great, delightful result in 6-0. In the month of December, we played several different games, starting off with the likes of Crystal Palace, beating them 2-0, moving on to our Atalanta game, where we ended up drawing 2-2, and we followed that up with a 2-2 draw against Norwich. We played Brentford and we beat them 2-1. Beating Brighton 3-1, which was brilliant for the team, the morale and everything else. We ended up beating Newcastle in a scrappy affair, and eventually rounding off the month against Burnley with a 2-1 victory.
And we're now in January. We've just made that signing right there. Brilliant stuff. Tchouaméni, a DM, what the team needs. The biggest requirement from last summer that was not done. Well, we've done it right now. 1st of January, we've got our man in. 50 mil. It's a lot of money, but he's worth it. It's a position that we need. It's a position that we only have an aging Matichin. Well, we signed our man. We've had a great season so far. We haven't lost a single game since we've come in. Since Zidane has come in. A man with real tactics. Only time will tell, but so far we're having an amazing season. We're currently first. We were 8 points off when we started. We're first. By 2 points. It is very possible for this to happen. But the club have got to act quickly.
We are going up against Aston Villa, who in real life ended up clubbing Manchester United 1-0 at Old Trafford with the Bruno Fernandes missed penalty. I still don't think that ball has come down yet. But as you can see right there, we have got the best defense in the league. And I must say, I am loving the contributions of the wing-backs in Aaron Wan-Bissaka and of course Luke Shaw, who provided that peach of delivery for the likes of Paul Pogba, who is coming into it quite a bit. He is hitting some good form for us. And unfortunately, we are winning 2-0, but not for very long, as we concede a very, very dumb goal. Harry Maguire not covering properly there. And I don't know if you noticed, but we did make that substitution happen. And the man who is going to be coming on for his debut is Aurelian Tchouaméni. Very exciting times. When he came on, there was nothing much to do. He helped create a calmness and steadied the ship. and saw out the victory for the good 3 points in a 2-1 win over Aston Villa. We are about to see Manchester United go up against the likes of West Ham in a very, very tense affair, and of course a very, very exciting affair as Aurelien Tchouameni starts in the midfield alongside the likes of Donny van der Beek and of course captain Bruno Fernandes. And I must say, people, it was a tough game. They were very hard to break down. A moment of magic between Ronaldo and Rashford opened the scoring, and then another moment of magic with a great, great backhill to Rashford caused him to score the second goal. And Mr. Generational Talent himself, cutthroat mentality, killed the game off completely in the 90th minute, 3-0. Thank you very much. Very, very important win against the likes of West Ham United.
Business is cruel. Business is a very cruel entity in human society. And with player sales in football, it's a very cruel and harsh reality for some players. For other players, it's always a blessing. And for a lot of these players, in other circumstances, they would be brilliant players at Manchester United. But we are looking to build something special with a special team, and sometimes players don't make the cuts. So here are some of the player sales. And obviously we've sold one Mata, should have been gone long ago in my personal opinion. I love him to bits, but expiry date was like 5 years ago, my man, honestly. Jesse Lingard sold. He's probably going to leave for free in real life, but making money for the team that loves to make money but makes stupid business decisions at times, considering they're a business, not a football club at times. Amad Diallo, who's gone out on loan. Why? Because he needs the loan experience. What? Who would have thought? Half decent manager, that's who. Tchouameni, brought him in, 50 mil, obviously. He's been brilliant, by the way. Absolutely fantastic. In the Aston Villa game, he's been brilliant. Absolutely, can't. He's good. He's very good. What we as a team need. Phil Jones, gone, Crystal Palace. He's definitely past his expiry date, 10 years ago. Should have been gone 10 years ago. Anthony Martial, sad case here, right here. Brilliant player, wrong situation, doesn't flourish in the system that we need him to flourish in. Therefore, he's gone, 50 mil. Sharatiri, brilliant young player. He's not getting any game time. Loan him out. It's the Chelsea model that you've got to take now. If he's young, he's got potential, loan him out. If he's good, he'll flourish. If he's not, sell him. Well, we'll see. And I mean, with those sales, we've also extended players. We've extended players like Paul Pogba, who are crucial to the team, crucial to the current team. We've extended a player like Eric Bailly, who isn't as crucial as a Paul Pogba, but he is still crucial to the team because he provides depth and he's talented. It's small things like that, you know, small things, as well as the likes of Mason Greenwood. He's not a right wing. He's played out of position all the time. He's not a right wing. He's actually a striker. We're going to be playing him up the middle a lot more now. Because why? He is a striker. And as the season continues, people, the rotations are going to be just as important as the mainstay players. The players like Ronaldo, the players like Elanga, they are just as important. There's no Ronaldo's more important because he's a 90 overall. Elanga is just as important as Ronaldo because every one of the players that are in the team will play a role in us inevitably winning the league or losing it, winning the Champions League or getting knocked out. Every single one of them.
For the month of February, we started off by beating Burnley 2-1. We ended up with our first loss to the likes of Southampton, where they beat us 3-2. We ended up beating Benfica in the round of 16, 2-0 first leg. Brilliant stuff. Great platform to build off of. And we ended up beating the likes of Leeds United 3-2, great game to win, terrible game to lose. And then finally we ended off the month drawing with Watford. The final game against Manchester City, the final derby of the season. It is big, both teams want to win it. And of course, we get off to a great start with a Ronaldo goal. It was quite a good goal, quite a great pass from Pogba. He had himself a game in this one. 2 goals and an assist. And of course we have an Aurelien first goal for the club. Up 3-1 at half-time, a very dominant first half display. You'd love to see it from the boys. They were up for it. Of course, though, we did concede that first half goal, which was kind of a sloppy goal to concede. But nonetheless, we are winning 3-1. And as you can see right there, the stats say it all. 3-1 up, brilliant stuff. Can we kick on in the second half? And the answer is exactly what I say it is. Yes, we can. Although, sloppy defense yet again from a set piece. The set pieces have been the problem for us. And we just failed to clear the ball in a time where if we clear it, we're probably winning this game easily. But now we've just heaped on a load of pressure with Raheem Sterling tapping. I'm surprised he didn't miss it, to be honest, but he taps it home. And we end up winning 4-2 at the end of the day, and Pogba right there, 2 goals from 3 attempts. Brilliant game from him. At the end of the day, we ended up beating Benfica 3-1 on aggregates, and we are through to the next round. The game I have been waiting for in the career mode, the game I have been longing for in this career mode. Zidane versus Klopp, United versus Liverpool. They slapped us up 5-0 in real life, and I am waiting for this game. I have been waiting. The revenge is going to be sweet. They've gone with a very, very strong lineup, and so have we. We've gone with our best possible lineup on paper. And of course, people, we get to a flying start with Cristiano Ronaldo opening scoring within the first 5 minutes of the game. The parallels between this and real life, people. Then, great movement. Luke Shaw, bullet pass inside. Ronaldo, of course, taps it home for 2-0 up. Ronaldo had a game and a half outdoing Mohamed Salah from that first game where he scored a hat-trick. Ronaldo scored 4. Of course, Ronaldo is the best player in the world. And just before halftime, we hit the 3rd goal. Going into the half, very, very confident. Confidence was very high. You could see the stats right there. Absolutely crucial. And to end off the game, Ronaldo scores goal number 4 to make it 5-0 at Anfield. And people, revenge is sweet. I thoroughly enjoyed beating Liverpool. It was a beatdown and a half. How do you like it? In the month of April, we took our revenge against the likes of Leicester City, where we beat them 4-2 in the exact same scoreline type game they beat us with. We ended up drawing 2-2 with Atalanta in the first leg of the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League. We ended up drawing again 2-2 with Everton. Not great. And finally, we did end up beating Atalanta 2-1 to go through to the semi-finals of the Champions League. We went on and beat Norwich 3-1. We then went on to Spurs, where we ended up winning 3-2 at Old Trafford. It was a brilliant game, great game to win. And then finally, the other team in North London, Arsenal, we ended up beating them 3-1 to round off the month. And now we move on to the game of the season in Barcelona at the Camp Nou. It is going to be a cracker, a firecracker affair to be more precise. And in this game, well, Ronaldo's returning back to Spain, the place where he dominated for 9+ years, and he gets off to an absolute blinding start. The Camp Nou is his, as he is stipulating right there. Thank you very much. Barcelona do come back, hit back very nicely, 25 minutes into the game. The defense, man, the defense. You've got to do much better than that to try and stop Barcelona from scoring. But I must say, Jadon Sancho's goal was absolute beauty. Beauty at its finest, the purest form of it, to be precise. The goal was cracking. The pass from Aurelion was brilliant. No words to describe it. And then we go and concede a very silly, very stupid, sloppy goal to Barcelona. It's tied up at 2-2. But the floodgates would not hold much longer, as we then went on and piled on the pressure through late goals from Donny van der Beek, and of course, that man right there, Edison Cavani, to give us a 4-2 win at the Camp Nou over the likes of Barcelona. And I was very, very chuffed, because Barcelona are a very tough team, and to have a 2-goal lead over them is something that we really do need. Afterwards, we went on and beat Brentford 3-1, and then we headed into the second leg against Barcelona, where we ended up drawing 7-7 on aggregate, losing 5-3 on the day, but winning on penalties, and that will mean we go through to the Champions League final. And our final game of the season, the game before we get crowned as Premier League champions. Yes, people, in this reality, in this version of it, 21 has come. Thank you very much. And of course, the man to lead us to the victory today is the man who jumps like a salmon out of water, Cristiano Ronaldo. Man, if it's game number 1 or game 38, he's going to score goals. That is how it's done. And again, we get opened up like a can of worms at the back. I don't even understand anymore. But you know what? We have got lots of firepower up front to make it 2-1. And then we make some silly dumb mistakes. And oh, do we ever so pay. Do we ever so care? But in the last moments of the game, final kick of the season in the Premier League, Marcus Rashford, of course, pops up with a goal and a half. Thank you very much. Celebrate it like you mean it, because we are Premier League champions. Let that sink in. 21 has come. We are 2 Premier League championships away from Liverpool now. Thank you very much. Restoring the lead. And it's all about that. It's all about winning. And we have done that.
So people, in terms of the Premier League season, we've done very well. We've won the league. Amazing what a competent manager could do. Beating Liverpool something by like 9 points eventually to the title. Ronaldo scoring 24 goals in a season. It's small things. It's tactics. It's getting the best out of the players that you have. It's making use of the players that you do have. If only. But before we finish off everything, we do have the Champions League final to get to, which we will play soon. We are going to do the formalities of checking the players' stats and how they've done during the season. In the appearance department, we've got De Gea with 56 appearances, not too bad. We then got our captain Bruno Fernandes with 53 appearances, not too shabby. Harry Maguire, 50 appearances. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, 49. Obviously, Dalot, not the greatest, so Wan-Bissaka has to play quite a bit. Sancho, 48. Varane, 46. Luke Shaw, 46. Ronaldo, 45. Just saying, putting it out there. Didn't play over 50 games. Pogba, 43. Got rotated lovely with Donny van de Beek. What? Rashford, 41. 40 games for Donny van de Beek. Wow. Who would have thought? Donny van de Beek. He can play games. What? Scott McTominay, 33. Telles, 31. 31 games for Alex Telles. Who would have thought? A competent backup left back. Cavani with 30. Mason Greenwood with 29. His development is coming along quite nicely. In the goals department, Ronaldo with 33 goals. And he's 37 years old. Bruno with 24. Rashford with 22, brilliant. Cavani with 12. Sancho with 11. Amazing what you can do when you get the best out of your players. Greenwood with 6. Not the greatest, but he's a generational talent. It was off season for him. Didn't really play him in the correct position as a wing. He will, and hopefully in real life too, eventually move into that main striking position and just absolutely claim it for himself. That's all he's got to do, and that's all he will do. It's destiny. It's inevitable. It's like Ronaldo not scoring in a game. It's not going to happen. This kid is going to be amazing. Harry Maguire with 4 goals. Tchouaméni with 3. Telles with 2. Elanga with 2. Aaron Wan-Bissaka with 1. That's when you know. In the assist department, Bruno with 21. Damn. I think that's Premier League. No, he's tied the Premier League record. 14 for Ronaldo, 9 for Van de Beek, 8 for Rashford, 7 for Wan-Bissaka. That's pretty good for Wan-Bissaka. 7 for Pogba, 6 for Sancho, 5 for Tchouaméni. That's pretty damn good from deep lying midfield position. Brilliant. 4 for Luke Shaw, 3 for Fred. Fred again. 2 for McTominay, 2 for Maguire. In the clean sheets department, De Gea with 10 clean sheets the entire season. That's not good enough, but it was good enough for us to win the league, get to the Champions League final. Can't ask for much more there. But 11 for Rashford, 10 for De Gea, 10 for Varane, 10 for Harry Maguire, 10 for Fernandes, 10 for damn near Ronaldo, 9. You get the gist of it. But right now we're gonna hop into the Champions League final. We're gonna clock these mofos, and we're gonna show you how the season was supposed to go, not how it is going.
The ultimate game of the season, the biggest trophy in my opinion of the season. We have gone with the strongest lineup. We are going with the best players in the world. We're going up against Ronaldo's former team in Juventus. The irony behind it if we manage to win it versus the dramatic effects if we don't. Very, very, very tense affair right here. They've gone very defensively as well, playing a left back as a left wing and playing a right midfielder as a midfielder, if that makes sense. But regardless, we are going into the biggest game of the season, and it didn't get off to a great start, with Bukayo Saka, former Arsenal player, smashing the top bins and having them and putting themselves in the lead. But Aaron Wan-Bissaka, with some shifty, great defensive work high up the field, wins the ball back, crosses it to Marcus Rashford, and we are tied at 1-1, but not for long, because Bukayo Saka, yet again, who was a handful in this game, was momentous. And of course, Bruno Fernandes, captain Bruno Fernandes, combines really well with Marcus Rashford to be super clutch in that first half, where we are drawing 2-2 with the boys. And David De Gea in the second half was monumental with his saves, leading to the Cristiano Ronaldo goal, the dramatic irony behind that goal, because we are now winning 3-2 with Ronaldo, the man who Juventus brought to win in the Champions League, is now the man who is essentially putting the final dagger in the coffin, as we are running out as 4-2 winners in the Champions League final. People, we are partying like it's 2008. We have achieved the double, the Champions League and the Premier League. All I can say is well done to the boys. All I can say is this is how it's supposed to happen. All I can say is this is how it will happen if we bring in a new manager. It's supposed to be this. This team cannot go to waste. This team needs silverware, and this is how it should gain that silverware. I just want to say a big thank you to every single one of you who have watched it till this point. I really appreciate you. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, hit the like button, check out the description, everything you need is there, and I hope you guys have an amazing damn day.